What's going on? It's your boy Sermon at Sermon's Domain on Twitter. I reviewed the season 2 of Daredevil, and you can watch that. I'll include it into the description below. But now I kind of wanted to talk about my predictions for season 3. Obviously, season 3 has not been greenlit by Netflix, but it seems like it's inevitable, considering all the praise that we've seen, and just the fact that this season stepped it up over season 1. So I have no doubt in my mind that it'll be greenlit. And also I feel a Punisher series is inevitable. But we shall see. But for now, I wanted to talk about predictions if they do a season 3. First off, Kingpin will have to be a huge part of it. There's no way that the man's going to be in jail for 2 seasons. Or for 3 seasons, basically. I mean, or just 2, actually. Because the end of season 1, he went into prison. Season 2... And I don't think that they would do that. I think somehow he's going to get out, and then he's going to wreak carnage because he's going to want vengeance on Matt Murdock and Daredevil. And he's going to stop at nothing to get at them. I think in my review I kind of highlighted how it would be interesting to have the comic book storyline where Matt's secret identity is revealed to the press, or if they want to have a spin on it, just have it revealed to the Kingpin. So Kingpin knows, but the rest of the world doesn't. So I think he will be a huge part of it. And I'm really liking the Kingpin character. When he first debuted in season 1, I really didn't care for him too much. But throughout the season, gradually, he just became better and better and fit into his role. And now he pretty much, fits into what the Kingpin is from the comics, from the cartoons that I've watched. And I think also in season 3, we're going to see Electra, obviously, based on the ending of season 2. Electra is going to be resurrected, and I'm sure she's going to be portrayed as the bad guy. Obviously, if she's being resurrected by the Hand, she's not going to wake up and, kill them and go back to Matt. No, she's going to be after Matt, after Daredevil. And it'll be interesting just to see, the emotional feel of it, because that someone like Matt is going to try to convince Electra that she's not Black Sky, that she doesn't need to work for the Hand. And it'll be interesting because I feel as though if they do the season, it'll get to a point where, it's driving Electra crazy, and obviously driving Matt crazy too, just trying to convince her. But I don't know. I don't know what they will do with Electra in terms of if they do this in season 3, what's the end game here? Is she gonna be brought back onto the good side, or as good as she can be, or is she gonna remain with the Hand? It'll be interesting to see what they concoct there. I think Nelson and Murdock, the law firm, will come back by the end of season 3, because I don't know, you just see them drifting, and it's like they're not going to continue to drift. Something in season 3 is going to draw them back to each other. Or maybe it's not even season 3. Maybe it's like the Defenders, when everyone teams up, because you kind of have that crossover between Jessica Jones and Daredevil with Foggy joining that firm. And maybe something in the Defenders. I don't know. I may be looking too far ahead. But that's my thought. I think the two are going to come back together. I think Karen will eventually come back too. Or, I don't know. Karen is probably the most interesting person that's not a superhero coming up into the next season, because she had such a strong presence in season 2. How do you keep that up in season 3 with her now being on the journalist tip? Obviously she'll be starting to cover some of this stuff. I just have this vision that she'll be the one to cover Kingpin getting out of jail or something of that nature. I don't know. I think Claire, who is the nurse, played by Rosario Dawson, excuse me if I said the name wrong, I think Claire will have more of a role in terms of Matt's life. She left the hospital, permanently quit, because of their covering up of the incident that happened in season 2. And from there, it's what do you do with her character? I don't know if that was them kind of retiring the character, but I feel as though she's gonna come back and she's gonna have more of a role in Matt's life, maybe even more along the lines of a love interest once again. So we'll see. But I just have this feeling about her. My last thing. Now I know people want to see Bullseye come in for season 3, and that's obviously a big choice for the villain part, the villain role. But I was looking up some of the villains just to see, what else is out there, and the Jester caught my eye. I like the Jester because he can add a little bit of comedic side to Daredevil, which is a very serious show. There's just little moments, like very little moments. I remember in season 2, there's a moment where Foggy says, "You can trust us. We're lawyers." And that's like something that you kind of chuckle at because of the stigma that lawyers are not as trustworthy. But anyways, I think Jester would add a different element to season 3. Not even as a big role, but he does kind of fit into the Hand storyline. I mean, I was reading up on his character, and at one point he gets possessed by a demon because of the Hand. So maybe that can be something that overlaps throughout season 3. But Jester would be a really cool guy to see. And obviously Bullseye would be as well. And it seems like that would be the obvious choice in terms of marketing, especially if you don't have the Punisher returning, if he gets his own series. How do you market this? Obviously, you got Kingpin, which I think, like I said, will be a big part of season 3, so that would be part of the marketing. But do you want to have somebody else, or is it just focus on Kingpin? I don't know. So those are my predictions for season 3. I would love to know what you think. What do you want to see in season 3 going forward? How do you feel about some of my predictions? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know in the comment section below. And then like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already, share the video, follow me on Twitter at Sermons Domain. I make great tweets. And as always, thank you for your time. I appreciate you for watching. And until next time, peace.